Just a couple months after release, Monster Hunter Rise feels more like a fully realized game, especially thanks to its first major title update in late April. After a healthy few hundred hours in Kamura since launch, there are many things I wish I had known before starting my journey back in the old world. This video won't detail the more obvious new features like pocketable endemic life for hunting buffs and rewards, or even the importance of the Argosy submarines for passive material farming. Instead, this guide focuses on some of the more obscure features and tips that the game doesn't explain well to new players.
I'll end this!
Since this entry in the series is still pretty new, I'll avoid story spoilers and unannounced or surprise monsters for now. So, long-winded intro aside, here's 5 tips I wish I had known before playing Monster Hunter Rise. Your AI companions, known as Palakkos and Palamutes, offer different levels of utility to hunters out in the field, and it's no secret that Palakkos are great for support and special abilities, while Palamutes excel in damage, status buildup, and straight-line traversal speed. What the game doesn't tell you is the importance of the Gathering-type Palakko for passively farming both monster and environmental materials throughout a quest. This class of feline can pilfer a few rolls of parts from a monster on a hunt, including rare drops, and even gather from material deposits with you throughout a map. Later on in the game, when you get to talisman melding, those extra materials add up quickly to make acquiring powerful charms fast and easy. If you start the game out with a Palakkos that doesn't suit your special move and skill preference, you can re-roll to hire a new feline after every quest thanks to Iori the buddy handler, and it can even look just like your original cat if desired. The 1st and 5th special moves on the Gathering type are always fixed, but on the other 3 slots I recommend Healing Bubble, Power Drum, and Shock Tripper for a balanced mix of healing, extra damage, and a bit of Thunder Blight on your target monster. The skill rolls on a Palakkos don't matter as much as they do on Palamutes, but Attack Up Large, Status Attack Up, and Knockout King are all great ones to look out for. While on the subject of material collection, Monster Hunter Rise features armor and weapons that can only be crafted from rare materials randomly collected from the Argosy, as well as from shining tiles on Meowcenary missions. The earlier you start targeting certain drops, the better, as chances for each drop only progress with a quest completion or failure. To save time if you need these materials in a pinch, try running the 1-star Roly-Poly Lantern Village quest, or just cart to the Rajang in Arena Quest 5 if you've unlocked it. The former takes about a minute total, including quest complete screens, and rewards useful consumable items, while the latter can easily be completed in under 30 seconds with a couple swift monkey punches or a laser beam to the face. I, like many other recent hunters, began my journey in Monster Hunter with the 5th Fleet, so continuing the series on the Nintendo Switch at 30 frames per second and low native resolution compared to Monster Hunter World has been a challenge. While I have gotten somewhat decent at iframing attacks without extra points in the evade window ability, the skill required to consistently dodge through roars eludes me to this day, since the roar's shockwave doesn't always sync with the animation or audio cue like in World and Iceborne. Instead, I recommend hunters who aren't running evade window or earplug skills to rely on their weapons' blocking or counter abilities, which most weapons sport. Greatsword hunters can shoulder tackle, guard, and even use adamant charge slashes or rage slashes through a roar. Heavy bowgunners can shoulder tackle or use either of the wirebug counters as well. Even the Unga Bunga Hammer gets super armor during a dash breaker, and a counter in the form of Water Strike, allowing for a punishing golf swing uppercut for the most vocal of monsters. While out on a hunt, you often have the option of slaying or capturing your target monster. Slaying allows hunters 60 seconds to carve the target and collect drop materials left behind, while capturing a low health monster finishes hunts much faster, yet still provides rewards on the completion screen. However, Monster Hunter Rise doesn't explicitly explain that quest rewards for slaying and capturing can be noticeably different, with some items acquirable only by hunting the target to the bitter end. While there are gameplay merits to both hunting options, if you are targeting specific components for your next weapon or armor piece, check out the material drop information in the Hunter's Notes to see which avenue of hunting gives you the best chance for what you need. Further, if hunting online with random players, try creating a custom shoutout for times that slaying is preferred, since there is no default option yet in the shoutout settings. Finally, Monster Hunter Rise continues the series' tradition of presenting players with a wide variety of sharp sticks, blunt mallets, and ballistic implements, all suited to hunting down targets both big and small. To newcomers, all the variety and choice can be overwhelming, since the game constantly throws fun and unique weapon designs at players with each successful hunt. One minute you may be dead set on crafting an ice element greatsword out of a frozen tuna. Then after a couple new hunts, you unlock a sleep status hammer in the form of a giant teddy bear. And wait a minute, is that light bowgun a miniature tank? With all the possibilities at your disposal, the game doesn't mention something very important. There's nothing wrong with focusing on just one weapon type as much as you want. Each hunting tool has varying levels of depth and mastery to discover, and as a result, it can be easy to sink hundreds of hours into just one option. In fact, you may become an even better hunter by laser focusing on one or two weapons as you learn the deeper gameplay systems present in Monster Hunter Rise. Greatsword mains learn prediction and punish placement to land ever more powerful charge slashes. Bowgunners learn counter opportunities and more ways to slide around monsters for perfect targeting downrange. And if you have a big brain like me and decide to first main the hammer in Rise, you can take bonking to greater heights than ever before. However you choose to go about knocking monsters around, remember this: have fun and happy hunting!